vibing on a vibe. 10-4, we smoke in my eye. We go 0 to 65, vibing out the way. Get yours, stay alive. Been dope, vibing on a vibe. 10-4, we smoke in my eye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nikey Joe Show. It's a really quick intro. And I guess I could have warned you about that. We do have a guest today with us that we are going to be interviewing. It is another fellow White Collar Rhymes artist and music, I guess, guru. I mean, you know so much about music. We have Almighty VA here with us. We're going to dive into their world and get to know where they're at, where they've been, and what they're doing. How are you today, VA?
Well, I'm Kit Kat cooling, the usual. I ain't gonna start no shit while I'm up here.
Oh yeah, we got to do that view. Obviously, he is in his studio. For anybody that might not be around the WCR crew, he has been working on building this studio in his new house for quite some time. Can you possibly go into a little bit about what you've had to do in your studio so far? And I like the pictures behind you. They're really cool. I love it.
Well, there used to be no walls here, so there's that. So had to put up drywall, run electrical, mud, prime, seal it, paint. Don't worry about the paint. I gotta repaint the ceiling. I didn't paint the ceiling. I will paint the ceiling eventually at some point. And I will also put doors where doors supposed to be. Don't mind my mop bucket. It's the good mop bucket though. The ones that they be having, the school janitors be having.
I got one of those outside right now.
That shit's expensive as hell.
I got out of a storage unit.
Well, I ain't get mine at a storage unit. I got mine at a Home Depot. It was like fucking $70. Like, god damn. Well, I should just bring the mop out with my hand, but too cute for all that.
Definitely an industrial mop bucket. You got a lot going on there. You've done a lot there. How long has it taken you to get this far in your studio?
I started last year. And like what really keeps it from coming along fast is the amount of money it costs to do everything. It's like the materials cost money. Getting the help costs money. I had Ray come up here to help several times. He'll be here this weekend.
Nice.
I paid a guy like $250 to $300 a day.
Damn.
He didn't get anywhere, so he was here for like 8 days, and I had to just fire him and just start doing things on my own, to save money. Because I was like, yo, bro, like you told me 2 to 3 days, you've been here 8 days. I'm paying you $250 a day.
That's crazy.
$250, $300 a day, and I'm like, I can't afford like I'm fucking paying your bills right now. I'm like, I don't even make $250 a goddamn day.
No.
Or $300 a goddamn day. I'm like, goddamn.
Maybe a good day serving.
Yeah, then I had a Mexican guy come through and do my mudding. He was hired by my insurance company for when my ceiling goddamn. I had that accident with my ceiling and the water in my ceiling and started raining in my living room. I asked him if he did side work. He was like, yeah. I said, well, do you know how to mud? Of course, I'm asking him rhetorical ass questions.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder if he's going to throw me the deal. I'm like, I'm going to report his ass to IMS. But that was not the goddamn case. He definitely charged me $700, but he was in this motherfucker and out this motherfucker. The only issue I had with him was he didn't clean up shit after he left. I paid this man $700, and I came downstairs in my basement. I had mud all over my goddamn floor. It looked good as bitch. I ain't gonna take that away from him. He mudded and sanded the shit out of this place.
Nice.
But there's mud all over the floor. That shit is like plaster. That shit get hard and it sticks.
Yeah.
And I got concrete floors down here in my basement, so I gotta clean off before I install a floor.
Yeah. That's definitely gonna be a job. How do you do that? Like sand it like you do on the walls? Like damn.
Nah, this concrete scraper at Home Depot. It's like $40. I'm gonna just go grab that and just get all this mud off the damn floor, man.
Shitty that you have to clean up after somebody that you paid.
Yeah, I'm like, I paid you. You ain't even clean up, you fucking bitch. But I can't talk too bad about him because I might hire him again because I still got.
I mean, if he went fast and still did a good job, I guess. Like,
yeah, he did a good job.
You had someone else that you hired that didn't do shit, so it's like,
Yeah, man, he was definitely cheaper, but I'm like, I got 1,700 square feet down here. Yeah, that's a lot of shit for me to clean up behind somebody.
Yeah,
I got kids. I don't want to clean behind them motherfuckers.
So for your studio, what plans do you have still to do to your studio? Where are you at in the, I guess, completion of your vision? As
far as recording go, I'm ready to record. Soundproof the booth. The booth is soundproof. I insulated outside. I did all this myself. I insulated outside, put the carpet up there on the outside. I installed a motion sensor light in there because it was dark as fuck in there.
Damn.
So now when you walk in there, the light automatically comes on. So you're not just in complete darkness and using the light for your phone to record or whatever you need to do. I'm still going to expand the booth to 5'6", 5'7", somewhere around there. 5 feet wide and 6-7 feet long.
Nice. What is it right now?
4'4".
Okay.
You get in, you get the fuck out.
4'4".
Nice. And 4 for 4. Get you a Wendy's meal. I still have to put another coat on the walls, another coat of paint on the walls. I gotta get my logo up here. I gotta install because I don't want just concrete on the floor. So I'm gonna probably do laminate floors.
Nice.
And just do that. I gotta put doors up and shit.
Have you ever had a studio before in your house, or do you normally record in the regular studio? For anybody that might not, know. No,
I normally record inside professional studios. I took Ray with me when I went to Street Execs. So even in back home in Virginia, I got dedicated engineers that I go to their studios and I record there. I have one in my house. I used to have my own studio, but that was 2008. I think
2008.
I think Dog Tags was fucking just born.
That's the year I graduated.
Yeah, Dog Tags was just born.
Damn. Oh my God, I'm old as shit. Is there any studios that you've been to that you've possibly taken some of that magic or something that you liked at a specific studio that you've incorporated into your home studio? Or is it all from
no, every studio I go to, they fucking smoke it out and I can't fucking breathe. And fucking, I feel like I'm dying in there and shit. Fuck that. It's the only thing when you go to I'm not going to a Caucastic studio. I just can't see myself doing that. So I go to reputable hood studios. You can still get shot out, outside in the parking lot. However, they're gonna mix the hell out your shit. They're gonna master that motherfucker. It's gonna sound
It's a
good.
risk you're willing to take.
And that's the reason why Miley sounded so goddamn good on that song when y'all was listening to it. And that was that Street Execs, you know. But no, I don't say that. I'm planning on just doing this shit for me. I'm fucking retired. I need something to keep myself busy.
So for you having your own studio, do you also engineer or produce, as well as
Produce? Yeah, I can. For some reason, I can engineer. Like I can mix beats.
Okay.
Like it's fucking easy to mix beats productions. I can't mix vocals for shit.
Singing or rap or both? Any of them?
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I don't fucking get it. However, Ness is gonna come up here and show me how to do all this shit.
All right. Yeah, Ness is the jack of all trades. For anybody that doesn't know, Nestle is part of WCR as well, also part of the documentary we all did together, and VA is one of his good friends. If you want to go into that too, you definitely can.
Don't test. No, I don't need to make more beats. I made beats for years, especially as an intern for Warner Bros. I have never actually enjoyed making beats. I did it because I wanted to cut the middleman out. I got tired of asking people for beats. Now I'm in an era where beats are fucking everywhere, like are literally everywhere. Everybody's making beats or something I could like and go anywhere and find beats. You know, but back then, you know, we had SoundClick. So, you know, I got really good at making beats because I was tired of like, yo, that you could do this for me. I got this idea, blase, all this type of shit. But I never actually enjoyed making beats. When you make over 2,000 beats, 3,000 beats, you get like your brain just fucking crashes because everything that you've already done kind of bleeds into something that you're trying to do that's new.
How long did you make beats for? Or I mean, like, I guess consistently until you got to that point?
99 to like 2015.
Damn. I did not know that you made beats for that long. I know that you've definitely produced stuff, and I've heard your hooks, and you definitely do your creative parts and everything. That's wild. That's a really long time. How did you start off with beats or rapping, or how did you, I guess, start your journey in the music industry?
Church choir.
Church choir? No shit.
Surprising, ain't it?
Very surprising.
Then I hit puberty and the voice won't sing no more. And switching over is fairly fucking easy because I wrote poetry. So switching over from church singing and, you know, old black families, if you go to church all the goddamn time, eventually one of you motherfuckers is getting up there and going to have to sing with everybody else. And I'm like, okay.
Sure.
I was also in band, so I can read music. So
what did you play?
Percussion. I got kicked out of band because Dr. Fitzgerald put me on xylophone like I was some hoe ass nigga. I don't play xylophone. I wanted to play the saxophone, and then I played percussion on snare drum.
I was gonna say, snare is one of my favorite percussions. I'd probably be pissed about getting put on the xylophone too.
Surprisingly, I think I'm a bunker down. I want to learn how to play bass guitar.
Yeah, I love
bass. I want to do bass lines all day.
Holding together the whole song with that bass line.
I like the bass guitar.
That's awesome. Do you play any other instruments?
No, I do not.
So you've been in choir, band, and then you switched, you did poetry. How did you end up, I guess, going to rapping, or I guess not singing anymore just because your voice changed? You still do sing sometimes.
Sometimes, but like when I branched off into rapping, I was really into battle rapping. So I used to battle rap all over my city. And, you know, schools against schools and stuff like this, and after school functions and parties and house parties and stuff like that. We used to battle and all that. And then I found rapbattles.com in 99 before the split. And I went there. Then it split and I came back. I went with Rap Verse. And then I went back to rapbattles.com and I've been on all the sites and stuff like that. And who was it that I battled that beat the fucking shit out of me because I thought gumballs would be a thing online, and that was not a thing. I was not creative with metaphors. And rapbattles.com definitely made me the metaphor person I am because Petey Peglet, that's his fucking name. Petey goddamn Peglet, aka Cyanide, beat the fucking dog shit out of me in a fucking battle online on rapbattles.com, and that shit made me get better so goddamn quick. And then I beat him, and then we never battled again.
Damn. Have you heard from him since?
He's on my Facebook, but we don't talk like we used to. Yeah, he has one leg. For those who are inquiring about his name, Petey Pegleg, yes, he has one leg. I don't know the story behind the one leg. I don't know why he has one leg, but he has one leg. You know, I got my ass kicked by somebody who had to hold on to something in order to lift his foot. I was scarred.
But you came back, you know, came back around, got him the next time.
Yeah, I was really big on RB for audio battle, and that was my shit. And we did it weekly for years. You was battling once a week for years. Somebody knew once a week. You get somebody you
That's
battle.
a lot of commitment.
Yeah, it was called ABL, Audio Battle League.
How'd you do in that?
I was heavyweight champ several times, and probably like 12, 13 times. I never won a season. I no-showed a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I was also in the service at the time, so you know I had obligations and shit.
For sure. That's cool though. So you started choir, poetry. Well, poetry's probably always been since choir. Before choir, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So poetry, choir, and then you did rap battles and band, and then from rap battles to where after rap battles, have you done live performances? Have you done? I know that you have.
Yeah, I have.
Video with Nas.
I performed in the military a lot. I performed when I was back home and I was younger and stuff like that. I don't really care too much for it as I got older because I can't see myself in an 18 and up club.
Yeah.
I just can't see it. Plus, as I grew older, what I wrote about and how, you know, I always believe music with a message.
For sure.
So the young kids don't want to hear what the fuck I got to say.
Yeah.
I can make ignorant ass music.
They should listen, but
I know. I'm like I'm like I like a lot of the younger people music, like the turn up shit. You know, I like the turn up. I like that, but I don't hold it to a high standard. I take it for what it is. I don't like listening to chunky music. Motherfuckers is always talking about popping pills and fucking doing crack, whatever the fuck else they doing. It's not me.
It's hard to relate to it sometimes, you know.
You know, I dealed, I didn't take. So I don't even. Are you drinking fucking milk?
Yeah.
It's like fucking 102 degrees outside. You drinking fucking milk? I know that shit tastes like a cheese curd.
No, it doesn't. It's cold.
That shit probably thick as hell.
Sorry. I don't even know where the hell we were. I'll drink my milk off camp. Not disturb. Milk is just a little bit too much, I guess, for warm days. So you prefer that more of the studio side of everything over the live performance, just because of the messages you put out?
No, I don't want to be a rapper. I don't share my music. I
Yeah,
don't
I
promote
share
my
your
music.
music.
Well,
Your music has a message, though. That's why I share it.
yeah, I don't want to be a rapper.
Like,
I don't want to
people
feel
listen
obligated.
to, yeah, that's when
But
it's not fun.
the
I
music with a
guess
message is not for other people; it's for me, and people just happen to be able to hear it. This is my therapy. I'm not. I don't go out here and make music for people. I make
for sure.
music for me. That's my, how I get things off. I can't speak to my goddamn psychotherapist about.
For sure. Um, is that what inspires you to keep pursuing, like making music, like continuing to make music?
I got a love
And
for music. I'm always do music. I quit every year. Like every year, I quit music. Literally every year, I quit music, and then I be sitting there just writing shit,
yeah.
recording in the background. Don't tell nobody about
And then hopefully come back and drop it all so then we can all hear it, even though it's for you. Like to think that it's for us too sometimes.
it. Well, apparently, that's nice job fucking putting together projects and shit
Yeah, he's good at that though.
without me knowing shit.
Mm.
I ain't mad at
Do
it.
you, at least he does it. I still have never
Somebody got to
did.
do it. I ain't gonna do it.
On my own, I gotta release some for sure. Um, for the music that you do, I mean, obviously you do it for yourself. When you do collaborations with other people, how do you feel the collaborations shape the way that you look at, the reasoning for doing music? Are you doing collaborations to, connect with that other person on the same type of thing, or is it still
No,
just, mostly for your release for sure? You
no.
know,
When I get on tracks with people, my goal is to show a lot of people that I rap better than you. I'm
you go
competitive.
on tracks. Okay.
I'm like
So
I'm
here's another
super
side to why you
competitive.
do
Like,
music. The
I think it makes
politics.
for better music. The tracks come out better when I feel like I'm competitive.
Hmm.
I'm like you. If I feel like you make me right to the best of my ability, I respect the hell out you. But I'm gonna burn the shit out you. Now that's my opinion, but that's my mindset. Whenever I do music with people in general, is we gonna make the best of this track because write whatever the fuck you need to write. That's the best because I'm not gonna slouch on my pen.
Do you tend to collaborate with people that have that same mindset?
I don't know. I never asked. I kind of
Hmm.
force it upon people.
Yeah, you do. You pull good greatness out of people. You really do.
Well,
By
yeah, you better fucking right
competition.
because I ain't gonna bullshit with these goddamn bars. I can tell you that shit there.
Yeah. No. You tell it exactly how it is, but it's never in a way of, I guess,
I don't doubt
condescending.
it. No, yeah, I don't
You're
doubt
never
people.
condescending with it. It's more so like the potential there, and it's kind of the same thing with dice and stuff too. Kind of basically the whole WCR type of feel is,
Right.
it helps. in a different way, but it does. um, do you have any of your like? Is there any specific people that you have collabed with that are more well known people that
On the
what's
producer side, yes. On the producer side,
mm,
yes, but I have NDAs.
that's fine. Nothing to disclose then. On the producer side of things, like that's something that I didn't really know. Can you go more into your producer past and I guess future and present?
I don't make beats anymore. I don't plan on making beats. I
Mm.
probably will, but I probably won't. I don't know.
What?
The last beat I made was for Lamb, and that's sitting on my laptop. He's waiting on me to
Mm.
finish that up. I just gotta map it out and mix it.
So you can't NDA stuff, but has any collabs that you've had with like more well-known features shaped your journey at all in
No,
music, or no, they haven't helped you or hurt you?
producer wise, yeah, it helped me get my internship. That's about it. But it's not something I was like banking on. I want to be a super producer.
Yeah.
No, I didn't care. If I can, I'll
Yeah.
still be doing it.
You'd still be
Instead, I
doing
was
that?
going to jail. Yeah, I'm like, I was going to jail like every weekend.
Hmm.
Like a year straight in Columbus, Georgia. I was in fucking jail every weekend in Muskogee County.
And then you were still making beats during the
Yeah,
weekend turning?
I was still interning before they let me go. So I was
What
like,
what made you want to go intern at Warner Brothers?
I didn't. They asked me.
How did that happen?
Well, I know people, so I was roaming around. I was in Georgia, so
I don't
I
know,
went.
man.
I went to the studio. The
This
guy
is
that was
all
in
news to
there,
me.
yeah, the guy that was in there was actually somebody with 2 goddamn Grammys.
Hmm.
And I was recording on my own beats at the time, and he was asking questions like, "Yo, who made this beat?" I was like, "Me." And then
Damn.
he kind of took me under his wing and then fucked me over in the future and blase and all that type of shit. But I'm not gonna get into that because I'm gonna get upset and go searching for
For
that man to
sure.
beat the shit out of.
Okay. So for anybody that I guess might be looking into getting into any type of deals and stuff, what kind of things would you tell them would be red flags in that
It depends
situation?
if you're going under contract. Well, I see. This is when I was young and I wasn't really reading paperwork and stuff like that.
I
But
don't read shit.
let's say several major label offers for as an artist. Your contract would dictate what you do. You see a lot of people be like, "Well, yeah, when I get on, I'm gonna bring this person, this person, this person, that person get on. They don't bring no goddamn body, and they sit on the shelf forever, and they never come out. Shit like that is in your contract."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I always tell everybody, if it don't have creative freedom in your goddamn contract, don't sign it. Plus,
Mm.
you don't even need like a distribution deal is enough. You just need the backing of the name. You don't actually need them to book your studio time. You don't need an advance and stuff like that because you get that advance, you got to give all that money back. But you also got to
Mm.
spend that money where they tell you to spend the money at. You got to record at this studio they want you to record at. You got to work with this artist they want you to, work with. You got to write about this song, do this song this way, how they want it, and blase, all that. That's the lack of creative freedom. I ain't want none of that. Wow, I was young.
It seems like that would kill like your creative soul.
No.
I
Music
guess.
today they definitely ain't got no motherfucking soul, so I don't think it's killing nothing these days.
But I don't know. I just with contracts and stuff like that, it's hard to really know because I feel like there's so much like bullshit out there. Especially now there's so many more like labels that are bullshit. Like
Yeah, but
a lot of
most of
people don't
these,
know what to look out for.
yeah, but most of these people they're not signed to anybody. We're just in a new age of technology where everything's readily available. You can reach the masses more easy now than you did back in the day. Like my first
You
time
don't
on the radio, I had to go to the radio station every day and hand somebody a CD. I mean, well, you know, I don't think they do burn CDs anymore. I don't think that's the thing. I don't want no damn thumb
There was
drives.
a radio station, they still took CDs, but that was also like 7 years ago.
Like, I think they
Maybe.
just do thumb drives now and stuff like that. I don't know. It's back in the realm of floppy disk and fucking.
I interned at a station for a month that ran off DOS. Yeah. Radio doesn't make much money.
Yeah, but you get the reach. And I'm like, that was how you, if you wanted, hearing yourself on the radio would change you. It would invigorate you.
Hmm.
It because the reach is your entire area, especially if you're doing local radio, then your entire, city has just had a chance to hear you. If it's international radio, then or full domestic, then it's the entire US and then overseas and shit like that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But now you ain't gotta do all that. You want people to hear you, create a link. Tell them to click on it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
crazy.
listen to the radio, so
I don't really either anymore.
I will ride in fucking complete silence before I turn on the radio.
People definitely still do, but I really don't either much.
I'm not listening to the radio. Mm-mm.
I do maybe if I'm like out in the boondocks and like I can't get service, so I have to listen to like.
I will listen to the fucking tree frogs.
But yeah, a lot of people don't do the radio anymore. So you don't see any type of benefit in having deal with any type of label or contract with anything really to help any type of music career because of how it's set up today versus how it used to be.
That's benefit. The name is the benefit.
Mm.
The people that's backing you is the benefit.
If you have creative control, otherwise you're losing your soul, basically.
I'm like, most people don't care that much about anything. They just want to make money.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's basically it for sure.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be at some point that you got to get sick of like just not. Like, I like to create, like, and to for my messages and stuff that I do. Like, I don't know if it's something I could give up. Not complete. I could do some bullshit songs, make some.
I mean, just if it feels like a job, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do anything for money. I don't charge for beats anymore. I don't charge people to do songs or whatever. If I like your song and you want me on it, I'm going to get on it for free. Is that something?
Do you have a lot of people come to you for features?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for anybody that doesn't know too, you've had multiple rap names as well. Can you go through your rap names that you're allowed to? If there's any that
I'm allowed to go through it.
I don't know, maybe there's like an NDA of something that's very deep that you can never say that you were. Oops.
It's pretty much for what people need to know is, Almighty VA, the XM, the Serious God, and Mr. McWiggles and Juice Box Bandit.
Mr. McWiggles.
Mr. McWiggles.
When were you Mr. McWiggles?
I'm always Mr. McWiggles. That's my stripper name.
That's your stripper name?
Yeah, Mr. McWiggles.
That's Wild's stripper name.
And aspiration of being a Chippendale stripper.
Yeah? How'd that go? You became a rapper instead? You could probably, you had your stunt on your noodles. You did your noodles.
What is what it is. So I'm not going to say the one that I said in Texas, so y'all can go to hell. I got judged a lot for that.
Oh. Why?
Because I got judged for it, fucking bastards.
I didn't. Oh, well, I didn't judge you.
I think it was either Ness or Dice just brought this shit up recently. It was one of them. Shit don't get past them.
Dog Tags wants to know what did you make beats on as well.
You said what?
He wants to know what you make beats on or used to make beats on as well. I forgot that was I didn't pin it.
I was using FL Studios before there was a number associated with it, and I used to use the window.
Never heard of that. I've never heard of a lot of DAWs.
It's a DAW, just like anything else, like Pro Tools and Reaper and stuff like that. But I don't think anybody uses the window anymore.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of them I haven't heard. I feel like there's so many different programs that are like even like some are just there's the main ones and then a lot of different ones that I've heard of or haven't heard of, I guess. For your Juicebox Bandit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. For your Juicebox Bandit name, where did that one come from?
It was like an alter ego type thing. So I needed to separate my ignorant music from my more conscious music. So
it's an evolution of your music, your names?
No, not an evolution. It was more so that I literally split my music up, how I did music, depending on who I worked with or what type of song I was doing, determine what name was actually used.
Is there some people that have never collabed with VA but have collabed with the Juicebox Bandit and will never collab with VA but will collab with the Juicebox Bandit? Do you still use the Juicebox Bandit?
No.
I'm going to say I knew that we found an old YouTube channel once of it.
I don't know what the hell I got up there. I used to just do shit.
I've looked.
Just do shit.
So there's certain people that you collaborate differently or different features that you use your names. When did Almighty VA come up?
2016. I believe 2016. I was it was me and another person. Almighty Open Mind, and then I was Almighty VA. And we did a lot of music together. So that's when I started my little journey of doing more conscious music than ignorant music. Until I got to the point where I just don't really do ignorant music. Now I'm trying to go back to doing ignorant music.
Yeah. What are you trying to do ignorant music for? To get more stuff out?
No, just this rapidy rap shit.
Just for funs?
I like to enjoy doing music. I don't want to sound so serious. My music is essentially fucking depressing.
I feel you on that. I feel like a lot of mine is too.
Like fucking, I'm like, God damn, I be listening to my music. I'm talking like, God damn, bro, like fucking smile or something. Shit.
I feel like as artists and humans, we tend to write, to get those like more negative feelings out instead of writing to like remember the positive feelings and moments too. I feel like we tend to overdo it with the negative stuff because that's when we need to put it down.
Oh.
But I like the fun stuff too. Some of my favorite tracks are like are fun ones from Texas. The bouncy ones.
Me and Jacob in Paris have got something. It's gonna be fun. It's ignorant.
When is that? When are we looking forward to that coming out?
Whenever I stop being fucking lazy.
Ooh. All right, guys. Put it on your radar in a couple months. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's me.
It might be knowing me. I'm like, goddamn.
I got shit that's like ready to release that just haven't.
I'm indecisive. Like I don't
But you
know.
did just release a project, not an album, a project. The
Dice
studio,
did
the
that shit.
Dice released a VA project called Studio Villain without
I still
peace
haven't heard
on
it.
Studio Villain. What the? You still haven't heard it? You know those songs though.
I'm pretty sure when I look at the track list and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
Passive already told me a lot of stuff that was up there. I was like, okay, oh
Yeah,
shit. Well,
I'm gonna share it. I have a link right here. I meant to share it and pin it and switch for you. Are you working on any other projects right now? Album, anything like that?
the Soliloquy album is essentially done. I'm
Yeah.
just in that space where I'm going through tracks like, yeah, I'm gonna replace this with something else. I'm gonna replace this with something else, or I'm gonna just add this to it. So I'm like, I got enough songs for it right now to release at this fucking moment.
But now you're going back through,
Yeah,
seeing fine tuning
not fine
or
tuning.
completely redoing some shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, I'll do something else. Yeah, and add this, and then add this, and then add this, or take this away, type of deal. Like the ones that I'm working on now are going on a project. So I added Rogue to the project. So
Yeah. What is Rogue going to be doing on your project? Rapping, singing, hooking.
he's doing a hook.
Hmm.
I already have it, so I'm like, it sounds fucking amazing.
Nice.
It sounds really fucking amazing.
So you have with Rogue. Who else are you collabing with coming up that you have planned or
Jacob
on
and
your album?
Passive.
Jacob Passive Rogue.
hmm
Got all
And
the young guns on your tracks.
yeah, just to give
New way.
something, I want to work with a lot of newer people that's in the Discord, but I'm a bit of an asshole, so you know, we need
You
to.
do what you can.
Yeah.
Hmm. For the Discord, we obviously know that you're on again, off again with the Discord. You come in and then you go and you come back. How do you manage to balance music, Discord, WCR? You just had a baby, well, I guess a year ago, about. um, and, you have wife, family, all that. How do you balance all that? Is that why you dip from Discord sometimes?
No, I just get tired of the notifications. Y'all motherfuckers don't sleep.
Mute them. I have so
Even
many
muted,
channels.
I don't want to come back, and it's like fucking 500,000 goddamn comments and shit. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
like, that shit is fuck you. I'm like, yo, do y'all sleep?
No, nobody sleeps in our Discord.
So, no. So instead of just muting this shit, I have it muted, but I just delete it
Yeah,
completely. Delete
it's
that.
a lot. I can't keep up with it either. I tried, but it takes up so much time to keep up.
Yeah, on my
Really
computer, I uninstall Discord on my computer. I delete the app from my phone, and then when I need to access it, I re-download it back.
Hmm. How do you find balance between your music and recording and stuff? Has your family been supportive of your music? They listen to you?
Yeah, but I'm like, music's not like a priority for me. It's I'm not looking to be a star or make it big or anything like that. So it's easy for me to just do it whenever I want. I'm not on nobody's time. I'm on mine.
With your collabs and such?
No, with collabs and such stuff like that is if they need it, then I'll get it done.
Does that make you like not want to do it more because you're like having to do it for somebody else? Or is it a little bit different in that sense since it's a collab?
No, I'm an adult. So if I don't want to do something, I just say no.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to procrastinate too long, they either can wait or take me off, and I'm okay with either or. It's no hard feelings if somebody be like, "Well, you took too long, so we did this." I'm like, okay, now I keep it moving.
I don't know with that. I gotta have that tough skin.
I don't know about tough skin, but it's like music don't run my life. It don't control my life. It's a passion for me, and if it feels like a job, I won't do it. That's the reason why I'm really selective about the songs I get on with other people. I'm like, if
About
I don't like
collabs.
it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going
That's
to
what I
do
was
it.
gonna say. Sometimes there's a really fine line between that feeling like a job, a collab for sure.
I'm like, even
Um,
sometimes when I get on songs with people and I be writing, then I lose the feeling of it. I let them know, like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, and put somebody else.
it's hard. Hard for me to do, I guess. Anyways, um, for your, I guess you've been in the music industry for a long time, even though it hasn't been something you've pursued actively. Wanted to. You have a lot of experience in the industry. Can you share any memorable experiences that are something that you wouldn't have experienced if you hadn't had fallen into your different nooks and crannies in the industry?
I probably wouldn't have the reach I have. I'm like, I met a shitload of people.
Hmm.
I've, I've been in meetings with really big names and stuff like that, and I learned a lot of music business by being in these meetings. And it's treacherous out there. Like they will steamroll the shit out you. So I'm like, I got my pros from it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I only had a few cons, but like, uh, uh, as far as anybody that's trying to do it on a high level, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to read everything. Get an entertainment lawyer. That's what people need to do. Get a fucking entertainment lawyer. Don't just sign shit. It sounds good because they always gonna pitch to you the best parts. They don't pitch to you the fine lines. That fine print. They don't pitch that to you. So I'm like just being around it most of my life and dealing with it and seeing it up close and being a part of it and working with the people I did and the little credits I do have and stuff like that. And I'm like, just being from Virginia in general, you got fucking major people there. Like
Yeah.
me and Knox from the same goddamn city. The first studio I recorded in was Knox Studio.
Hmm. It's wild.
Dirty Music Productions. DMP.
Does that place still exist?
He signed with I think he signed with Death Row. Knox is a
The
pioneer
studio.
producer. Oh, is the studio still there? I don't know. I'm not. I don't go back home.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's still there.
It's cool.
I'm almost certain it's still there. But
Who did
me
he sign with?
personally, oh, I know he's with Snoop now.
Hmm. It's wild. Is there any specific like artists or genres besides rap that have influenced your musical style?
Well, yeah, I'm like they're on my wall.
I mean, if you want to go any further into any of them.
Let me get my finger right there. We go. Right. Do it like that. There we go. Prince,
Hmm.
Erica Badu, Lauren Hill, fucking even Macy Gray. Um,
God, I haven't heard
stop.
from you in forever. I haven't heard that
I
name in
hated
so
her
long.
voice for the longest time, but phenomenal artist. I still hate her voice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still hate her voice. And I'm like, I grew up listening to like really old music. All right, when everybody else was listening to fucking NWA and shit like that, I was listening to Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 and shit like that. So like that's what I was listening to. Unless the hip hop hip, yeah, I was listening to that. That shit psyched the shit out of me. I don't know what I'm like thinking about it now. Listen, I'm like, damn, this shit is ass. This shit is ass. But I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Even to this day, my number one favorite rapper is fucking Rakim.
Who?
Rakim.
Oh yeah, you had me listen to his album on the way to Texas.
Paid in Full. Paid in Full is my
Yep,
favorite.
that was one of the albums I asked for that influenced you. So I actually already knew that question.
Right there. The God MC himself.
Wild. Right. I know Smoke and I love them too. They're awesome.
I still
Did
got
you
like
get that
fucking 12 more of these inside the other room that I gotta hang up.
Who else do you got?
Who's not up there? Lauryn Hill's not up there. Big Boy's not up there. Talib Kweli's not up there. Mos Def is not up there. J. Cole is not up there. I was trying to go off. Remember, Redman is not up there. I know I got Redman in the back. I got Method Man. Who else I got? I would have to just go in there. They're just sitting in there in the corner with spider webs all over them and shit.
Must be another Ray job.
So many men in your background. Wow. First of all, this is not a beanie. It's a Scully. I'll take toboggan, if you will. It's not a beanie. And it ain't my fault that, like, shit.
That's
Won't
cool,
too many females running rap back then, so I'm not putting Queen Latifah up there.
Well, you still got some.
There's Lauryn Hill. That's the only female rap I got to put up there. And Jean Grey. I love Jean Grey. Rhapsody. I might put them up there.
First Queen Latifah.
I would beat the shit out of her. It would be so sad. I would bar the fuck out of Queen Latifah. I think the only person I can't beat is probably Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. Come on.
I think she got me.
Yeah.
She got Andre 3000 stamp of approval.
I don't think she got you.
Like, go wash your dirty ass.
So for your creative process in writing, can you go a little bit into that? I mean, I've seen you kind of work through different things when we were in Texas, help me work through a lot of things with writing. Can you possibly go a little bit through, how you get to, because you do have bars for the fucking days. How do you get to those? How do you? Yeah?
My writing process consists of hums. That's literally how I replace hums with words. That's how I build melodies. That's how I build like my actual verses and stuff. It's more visual than anything else. I look around and get inspiration by what I see, and that's how I build metaphors. I build metaphors off of what I am surrounded by or things that pop in my head. But my writing process is humming. So if I hear a beat, I will literally hum the cadence and then swap out the hums with words.
Interesting. So when you're swapping them out with words, what do you think is the most important thing in like the writing structure? Is it
Your
having the
opener,
metaphors?
your opener.
Hmm.
Yeah, your opener is the most important part of your verse is your opener.
What advice do you give someone trying to formulate a good opener? What makes for a good opener?
It has to command the rest of the verse. So how it works is what you start with will determine if people continue to listen. You have your opener is essentially 2 bars, the first 2 bars. But that first 4 bars is the most important thing because that's going to determine if people want to hear what you have to say next. You got a good opener and a good closer. Like the body is the body. But if you can't command the attention of the listener from the opener, they won't ever get to the body, even if the verse builds up and gets better. That's the reason why I can do 3-minute verses of just nothing but metaphors. Exactly, like watching a fucking movie.
Yeah,
You can't get that first 10, 15 minutes is pivotal to whether or not you're gonna fall the fuck asleep, your mind gonna wander somewhere else, and now you're not paying attention, or you just gonna cut the shit off.
How do you know if your two first bars are shit or not?
I don't know. Because I don't. I think because I spend more time on my opener than anything else. But I can't write a verse if I'm not sold on my opener. Right? I would literally just sit there and write nothing else until I'm satisfied with the opener. The rest of the verse takes me no time to write. The longest points of me to write is my opener and my closer. And then half the time I write in my head. So I'm just constantly writing in my head and I just repeat it over and over and over and over. And then I'm like, okay, I like it now. Then I just build on the verse in my head. If I don't, I'll just sit there until I get an opener I'm satisfied with.
So you spend more time on your opener than anything else?
Now I don't really have to because I just have to say, yeah, baby.
This does catch attention. Literally, even when I've like had your song play with like kids in the car, they will literally go "Bandit," and I'm like, "Oh man, here we go."
That's my attention grabbing. If so, you'll notice in a lot of my songs, if I don't start with that, then I spent a lot of time on my opener. And if I do start with it, then I knew I was already in a groove where I wanted to go. So I felt it more. So you'll see the difference. Some songs you hear me start with it, some songs you hear me end with it. And plus,
I don't know. I feel like your bars always go hard.
It just depends, like, but that's me because I like to write in entendres more than like I don't like to just do metaphors. I like to do entendres. So even when I use a metaphor, that I'll have a word in there that has several different meanings pertaining to that one bar, no matter how you spell it out or how it's pronounced the same, but it's the meanings would be different, and I would break down that meaning in that bar. No.
Yeah, you do. You get more and more minuscule, but they always have more meanings. That's
Uh,
why I like your rating. That's why even my dad's listened to like some of the songs that we've done in Texas, and he's re-listened to yours, like been like, go back, like
that's a
because
good thing. That's a good
it
thing. I
is.
like people to
He's
catch.
77 and he's been in music since shit, man. He used to play with Mark Ferner.
I'm gonna tell him I want to rap battle.
Oh, he does not rap. He sings.
Well, tell him he can sing, and I'm like, don't get it twisted. R. Kelly dropped the diss track, so
But yeah, he actually enjoys your verses. Because they have substance. That's why he likes that they say something and they make him feel something. By listening to because you do write about a lot of experiences.
yeah, that's. But
Obviously.
it took me a long time to get there. It took me a long. I used to write in a manner that I was always attacking somebody that wasn't there.
Hmm.
So my music used to always sound like I was battling somebody. And then as I got older and I broke that habit and started being more honest in my music, which is what Out of My Element was supposed to signify. There's a lot of
Mhm.
songs in there I go into, my personal aspects of my life that I wouldn't actually, bring about to the
Yeah.
public.
Yeah, I love that
Like
album.
Recluse. If you listen to Recluse, like literally that first verse, I am walking you through one of my suicide attempts, like step by step. A suicide
Mm.
attempt I had when I was in the army. Um, the song that Jacob produced, I got real personal on, and the one that started with "Born in '86." You know, I'm
Yeah.
actually going through step by step of me being homeless when I was younger.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love that one. That's a good one.
and sit back, relax. It was more so with me and Lamb. That's me, or how the how I view society as a whole is more so everybody's against each other. Nobody wants to come together. Nobody's trying to give nobody a helping hand. Everybody want to see you, caged in, locked down and doing bad and shit. But I'm going through, especially in the first verse, I'm going through like I can't get a high paying job because of my record, which forces me to sell drugs, which is not okay, but Big Pharma can do it.
Hmm.
You feel me? So it's like
For sure.
I got into a lot of personal things, and now I'm more comfortable doing it. I never wanted to feel judged, so I never like did music like that. Then I was like, one day I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. If anything, I feel like it, and even though it's not, the intent of it, it gives a platform for people that do go through, the same things. Like, hearing Recluse might save someone's life.
Yeah, I've had conversations with people like that before, and like this helped me out. And,
Yeah, it's not the intention behind it, but damn,
yeah,
it's nice.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I appreciate that, and I'm glad you can relate, and I can relate to your situation, and you feel better about yourself and whatnot, and all that. It's a plus.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You
It
know,
really
it's
is.
it's, it's, it's a plus, which I take more pride into being able to write something relatable.
Mm.
Um, like I say, like I may exaggerate in my music, but I don't lie.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just for, music, but I definitely, even the way that you deliver, definitely the emotion that you do have behind your delivery, your inflections, your emphasis, just the way that you deliver, you're a fantastic fucking rapper, and you know that. Everybody knows that. You know, like that. Even the way that you deliver is basically proof that it's not lying. Like, because you wouldn't be able to rap like that about those things if they weren't true. You really
Well,
wouldn't.
it's when I get super personal and to answer Bird's question. No, I have not sold out to corporate pizza chains. You already know I'm team Little Caesars all day. Team Little Caesars with the brownie. You know, we get me a hot and ready at least once a week.
I think I have one in the other room right now from the other night.
I don't know. I don't know what people deal is about it, but Little Caesar is a top tier pizza. I don't care what nobody say. It's a top tier pizza. It's hot and ready. How could you be mad at that?
I like the bob all over.
And it's $5.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm gonna get. See now, I gotta order me some Little Caesars before we done.
For a whole ass pizza.
I mean,
Not like a sandwich, a whole ass pizza. And the crazy bread.
But it be those. All right, so here's the thing: Little Caesar, CC's Pizza, and Chuck E. Cheese, underrated pizzas. I will fuck some Chuck E. Cheese pizza up.
I've been Chuck E. Cheese in so long. I went there to use their like photo booth thing because it was so cheap. It was like only a couple tokens.
I would literally go to Chuck E. Cheese with no kids and sit down and get a party hat. Like a whole ass party hat, got my little section and everything, and I'm like, Chuck E., come sing to me while I eat my pizza. And I would be as giddy, like with a whole smile on my face. I'd be
I love it.
Well, I'm a big ass kid, so I think that's
Yeah.
primarily what it is. Like I'm a really big ass kid. I think y'all experienced that while I was in Texas.
Yeah, it was fun. I loved
I
it.
can't help it. I'm childish.
Yeah, it's a good time. You do definitely have that aspect. You definitely handle business, but you always have fun. I've noticed in anything, or at least try to.
I don't think they do the mouse anymore. So I haven't seen it in a while. I don't think they do it anymore.
Oh, the ones on the stage.
Not well, yeah. Oh, I remember the the animatronic, goddamn little animals that used to be on the stage.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was scared the shit out of me. I'm like, that's like fucking Friday Night at Freddy's. Like it's creepy. And a namtronic
An animtronic. An animtronic?
robots. How about that?
Robot mic.
Compromise. Robots. I can't pronounce that shit, especially how anonymity.
Anemone.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie. I definitely feel like Dory at times.
Anonymity.
It's a great one.
See, I forgot what the hell you was asking me.
I already did too. We got two Dories up here. We'll just keep it rolling.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Right.
Just keep swimming. I love that movie.
For your music, we talked about how people have told you, that it has had an impact on them, even though that's not your intent. You make it for you. Has there been any specific like interactions with people that have, been have been meaningful or impactful to you that, or have like, really touched you with someone that has been either a fan or, a collab friend, anything like that? that has been meaningful for you? Any type of interaction like that?
I mean, yeah. Jacob was super stoked. He let me know how he felt about what I did to his beat, so that made me feel really good because I wanna. If you give me a beat and you made it, I have to take into account that you sat there, you spent time working on this to develop this sound, and I want to do it justice. I don't want to just like take your hard work hours and then do some bullshit with it. I need something that's going to make you proud that you even allowed me to do it. So yeah. It's several people. Austin Fig. He's produced for Jordan Lucas. He produced my Sit Back and Relax.
Nice.
He also produced Recluse. There's people I've worked with that and people who's made songs that had me sit down and listen to it and made me feel some type of way to where like I felt beyond appreciative of it. You know, I think the biggest song is actually it's not so much industry, but it is by an industry person that actually made me feel some type of way, which helped me get me through things. It's probably Joyner Lucas, his suicide song. Can't remember the title. Damn it, I can't remember the title, but
So I'd probably have to hear it. I know that I've listened to his ADHD album mostly.
well, yeah,
When I
yeah.
found him, yeah, I like his ADHD album.
But it's the one with his phone number as the album.
Mm.
You know, Logic stole that concept from him, and then he released that Suicide song. Then Logic came out with a Suicide song, so that's why they would beef it and all that type of shit. I appreciate that, Cub. I'm like, yeah, that beat. I told you the moment I heard, I need that. I needed that. It's just certain beats that I hear and instantly just like that. It's more so like I need that beat now because I got some shit I need to get off my chest type thing. So that's how that beat was for me. What I heard when Jacob dropped that was literally the moment I heard it, I instantly started writing. Like, and I'm writing in my head because most of the times I just write in my head. And that comes from my habit of I used to be out and about a lot, and I ain't had a time to because I'm so used to writing on paper. I just learned to just write in my head and just repeat it over and over and over and over, and I would literally build the verses. I have a great memory when it comes to what I write. So I'm like I can write a whole album without actually putting it on a notepad or physically writing it out with anything. I can write an entire album just in my head and just leave it there.
And just remember it all?
Yeah.
Damn.
The whole purpose of rehearsing in your head is you rehearse out loud, you rehearse in your head that repetition. Once you have it memorized, the only thing you have to work on is your delivery, your energy, how you want it, your inflections and stuff.
Then you can focus more on that.
Yeah.
Than having to remember what you say. I think I do so many takes I end up remembering my shit anyways, but definitely that's very impressive. I definitely can't remember everything. as I'm writing. There's things that I'll come up with in the shower and I'll be like, oh fuck, and I'll like just start repeating it, and then I'll forget it by the time I dry my hair, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's a good training tool because if you perform, you don't want to be that person that can't remember your own shit. Then you just start
I tell you
dropping ad
what,
libs.
that's all this. I went to this fucking event over the weekend. It was Backwoods and Bonfires. Okay.
I seen the
And it was
lineup of people you posted. I was
It
like, I don't
was
know who none of
local
these fucking people is.
rappers, and I was going down there and stuff, and it's like, okay, and it was a cannabis event too. And I tell you what, when like only probably 2 artists actually rapped, like the other ones were all ad libs. I was like, wait, are you gonna like perform?
They
Like,
was on stage with their music playing and they was rapping to their track. See, that's
yeah,
now I
even some of them, even that had like dubs, like couldn't even like get all their like they didn't even have, or they only had ad libs like or backings, and like
yeah.
they and was like, oh, you should maybe have done what the other girl did and lip sync.
Well, that's lack of rehearsal. That's the comfortability
It's
to be able
crazy.
to do that is another thing. Like I don't really judge people that they get up there performing, got their lyrics in the background. But my rule is always be louder than your lyrics. Be louder than what's coming out,
That's the
so I can
thing.
hear
There
you.
was one stage, and I was telling the audio guy, I'm like, I can't hear him. Turn up him, like, because he was actually rapping. And then, like, they're like, we don't like, no. And I'm just like, oh shit, they don't even like turn them up high.
Yeah, dog text. That's normally how you would perform. You have your performance track. So you have your radio edits, you have your performance track, you have your listening track. So that's your listening tracks is what you put up for Spotify and stuff like that,
Mm,
and then you have your performance tracks, which are catered to catered to your performance. So
mm.
a lot of times you can't just throw in ad libs, you know, in the middle of rapping a verse. So you'll have that on your performance tracks. But you have to practice your timing to line up with your ad libs on your performance track. Or it just sounds
Mm.
fucking insane. Or just do the beat and leave the hook. Because a lot of times people rap their verses into the hook and you don't want to cut off your verse to try to catch the hook.
Yeah.
So,
Then you're behind.
it's you have to. I tell people, plan your performance tracks. Plan them. It should be unique to what you want to do. But if you have to go out there with the track because you don't have a performance track, make your energy supersede the fact that people know your damn verse is playing in the damn background. Be louder than that
Mhm.
shit. Make your energy stand the fuck out.
For sure. That's why I was just like, oh, I want to see you perform. Like in one aspect or another, I need to see a performance. And that's why I was like, I'm like, turn them up if they're rapping, because there was a couple that were rapping. I did get their like socials and stuff for the ones that were rapping, but definitely sound different live than their recorded stuff, because the recorded stuff's all like the auto tune stuff, and I'm like, it's not how you sounded live. Like it sounded
That's
better.
another thing. That's another thing because a
Mm.
lot of people have these songs with so much processing on them
Mm-hmm.
that they can't actually perform it live because it will not sound the same unless they have
It
processing
didn't
on
sound the
it.
same. It sounded better live. One of them sounded better live than what I heard on, and I was like, but that's because I'm not ever into all the auto tune on top of everything. Like when your voice sounds good as is, like I just don't see the point a lot. Like there are certain people that they do more of the singing, which I think that works a lot better. Like Liam, when he, his energy is more of like a more of a sing rapping when he's getting
Mhm.
into that, higher energy stuff. Whereas like people are just throwing it over like, their raspy rap vocals, and I'm like, it sounds weird,
Yeah, but that's like
but
I
it
tell people:
sounded
if you
good
have to
live.
punch in, if you have to punch in, you can't perform that song
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if you constantly punching in, then that means you don't have the breathe control to actually perform that song all the way through. If
Leave
I
that as
if
only an
if
online
you
track.
punch if you punch in on a song, but I can rap your verse all the way through, then that's an issue with that person not being able to have the breathe control to deliver the track. I one take, like if I can't get it in one take, I don't want to do it.
Can you, you can do exercises for breath control for like rapping and stuff too, like you can for like control for singing, right?
Yeah, but it's more
Can
so
you
like
expand your lungs?
yeah. So it's basically your breathe control. The easiest way to control your breathing is understanding your own writing, like your syllable counts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know how many words you can say before you need to take a breath without it being like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, yes,
Noticeable,
right around
yeah.
your breaths, right around your breath. So like, I can rap fast, but I have the lung capacity to do it in the 16. But there's small little things you can do, like take small breaths at certain
That's why
points.
that's why I stretch the hell out of my songs. I'm just kidding.
Singing is literally nobody wants to hear a singer singing like a fucking rapper. You know, like we use too many goddamn words. Like we literally use too many goddamn words. The hook that I wrote for Road was to be repeated twice, and he stretched it out into eight bars. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Singers stretch it.
He's saying it, so like he stretched it, and it worked like perfectly. Me rapping it, I would have had to repeat it twice.
Yeah. I think stretching a rap would sound a little bit odd.
It would. It really would.
At what point does that turn into like a slow song? Trying to stretch.
I hate slow flowing. I really do hate slow flowing. It's not bouncy enough for me.
Not interesting enough.
No, it's just not bouncy. Like I like to bounce my syllables around.
Yeah, you do bounce when you do that.
Yeah,
You do
like,
it. That's something that I love that a lot of artists in WCR do. And you really, and that's something that you've even taught me is like really, not so much stretching it, but taking your time with it, like with fault line, taking the time to actually, that's basically kind of a slower bouncing for a singer,
yeah.
Taking that time to, breathe, which is something that like I've been able to do other times that I'm like, I've been on the phone with Ray before and been like, take a pause, it still will line up right, as long as you just flow with it. That definitely is definitely a big skill that you have that's helped me as an artist for sure.
Yeah, so like some people don't rush it. Like it'll come to you. Just make it feel natural. That's the best thing. Just make it feel natural. When it feels natural, it comes out so much better. Then you like it more.
Yeah,
Then you can
I love
perform
that
it better.
song. I could definitely perform that song live. T-Bird. No,
Chop it up.
that's something that, yeah, that's something that you're really good with. How long have you always been able to, I know obviously with, the years of experience comes, the skill, but like, have you always been able to, bounce like that in your delivery where you just have a certain, I guess, oomph in your delivery when you bounce that it just hits like perfectly. Like, have you
Well,
always been able to formulate, I guess, your rhymes like that and your
I'm a
delivery like that?
I'm a technical writer, so like even though anything I write I can put to any beat, I'm more so if you listen to the hi-hats, that'll give you a great pattern to how you want to formulate your words. And I bounce off of hi-hats and kicks. I want a specific word to land on a kick and then I want another word that goes with it to lay it on the hi-hats, which is on the 3. I mean on the snare, which is on the 3 maybe, or 2 and 4, or 1 and 3. I plan this out as I hum.
How important is that kind of planning and songwriting and song making, do you think, for all artists?
I wouldn't know. That's what works for me. So I'm more technical than anything else. I wouldn't consider myself like the greatest songwriter or the best type of songwriter. I'm more so, I'm an amazing writer, but I know me. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I also like I had my songwriter license before I was doing anything else. So I was writing for singers and stuff like that.
What the hell is a songwriter license?
Your songwriter's license?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, you have BMI ASCAP, right?
Oh, that's our we have a license?
Well, you know, when you sign up for BMI ASCAP, you can sign up as a songwriter.
I am a songwriter on there. That's what I was before I ever did anything.
Yeah.
I've been on there forever.
So when you write for someone, you can be paid for it.
I am. I've written for my sister before in the past, but I didn't know that was like a license.
Well, yeah, like it's not like you get a fucking thing sent in the mail. It's like, hey,
I'm gonna send you a songwriter's
no.
license. I'm gonna make these now. I'm gonna make these little wallet size ones and send them out to us.
Songwriter here. It's just a credential.
I want the credential.
No, it just says that you're official.
I'm like, where the hell you get the songwriter's license?
Well, they'd be like, yeah. So here's my credentials. I'm like, you can see that I'm official and everything. So yeah, we can do business.
I guess I've never really looked at that as an additional credential for artists.
Well, now they do. Y'all do it as like splits and stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all got fucking splits. It's just like, hey, this person gets 20% of this because they wrote.
Yeah, my sister's album I wrote, and it was probably like 10 years ago was when I was on got first signed up for ASCAP. But I only wrote that.
Lilu Dap. The Fifth Element.
Multipass. Auto-wash.
I watched too many movies, so it's
What's
not
your favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
Your favorite movie
Of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing.
The Thing?
That is my favorite movie.
Why does that sound? How old is that?
86, I believe, or 78.
Smoking says yes.
That's The Fifth Element. It's a fucking classic. It's always going to be a classic.
Yeah,
That fucking scene, that opera scene, what Shorty was doing the voice thing, is fucking flawless. Any recent good, bad movies? Any recent good, bad?
Good, bad.
Fucking Godzilla versus Kong, that bullshit that I went to the movies to see. It was a good, bad movie. It was more bad than good, though, to be honest. That shit was fucking horrible.
Sharknado.
Oh, so you talking about like Sharknado, because that's my fuck.
Good, bad.
I need to stop watching movies like that. Damn it, I just watched one. It was awful, but I was fucking intrigued. God damn it.
I never watch movies.
Damn it. It's just I have to go back to my playlist. It was like a really stupid fucking movie, but I was like so entertained, but I can't remember what the fuck it was. I was mad that I watched it. And then I watched it again. God damn it, what's the name of that fucking movie? Shit. Because I find random movies on goddamn YouTube, free YouTube, because I got YouTube Plus, YouTube Red, or whatever the hell it's called, so I don't get commercials. And I go in there and I just watch shit. And it was a really bad movie that I complained the entire time.
But you still
I
watched
was
it?
entertained by it. Like, you know how you watch a movie that piss you off?
What was it about?
Two people were snowed into a car.
One of those
And the girl, yeah, and she, like, the husband wanted to dig out, but she didn't want to dig out, type of shit. And he ended up dying, and then she digged out, and she was only like 3 feet under snow. And she escaped, and he died. I was like, what the fuck?
And he's the one that wanted to escape first.
No, he
Sounds
died.
like a setup.
Yeah,
I know he's the one that wanted to escape first.
Yeah, like
Sounds
he was like, yo, we just need to dig out this shit. And all that. It was
he's
like,
nah, we're good. Someone will come.
Yeah, that type of shit.
Sounds like a setup. Let's just hang out. We're okay.
He fucking died.
That's fucking crazy.
And then she just lives. That's what it's called. Bam.
Centigrade. Google says centigrade. Jeez.
It was fucking
Thanks,
stupid.
Google.
And I was like, why did y'all just try to dig out? Like, I complained the entire movie. Like, and she was like super annoying. Like, we shouldn't do this. And I'm like, you probably should do this because you're in a fucking car covered in snow. It's cold as fuck outside.
Yeah. Literally.
Well,
Sheesh.
if you want to watch a really bad movie, watch Ghost Shark.
Ghost shark or goat shark?
Ghost Shark or House Shark.
Oh. I'm like, all I think of is a shark like screaming like a goat going through the water.
Well, one of them is about a shark that's possessed by a house. So, you know, the shark possessed a house type of thing. And
what?
Like, eat people through the toilet.
So the house is hunting.
It's fucking ridiculous. And Ghost Shark is like really fucking stupid because like it looked like a head puppet. And the acting is fucking horrible. However, I was entertained. I watch like really bad movies. And I'd be super entertained by it. But I'd be upset, like, why am I like this? Because this is a horrible fucking movie.
I don't think we watched anything like that in Texas. We played that game. The game was hard as hell.
Watch Ghost Shark.
What was that game called?
Damn. See, now I gotta watch me a stupid ass movie tonight.
You'll have to let everybody know how it is. Does anybody have a stupid movie for BA to watch? Sorry,
it's like my favorite movies to watch are always like natural disaster type shits and fucking end of the world shits and
the avalanche, the tornado shit.
Yeah, I watch those.
Floods. Is there any flood stuff? You like undersea stuff?
I like anything with a shark in it. I will watch any movie with a shark in it.
You like sharks? Is that your favorite animal?
Oh, fuck no, I can't even swim. But sharks have given me all the confidence I need in the world not to get in the damn water.
That's good. That's good. Hot rod.
I don't know what that is.
Well, there you go.
I'm gonna Google it I'm gonna Google it. So that's what I'll be watching. Why?
Yeah. Why do you like giraffes?
I don't like with giraffes. I'm beefing with giraffes.
Why are you beefing with giraffes?
Because why the fuck they neck so goddamn long? Why I just feel like they be trying to stunt on people and shit. Like, yeah, I'm tall as a motherfucker. I'll fuck a giraffe up. I'll fuck a giraffe up. I'm like, fucking stupid ass long neck bastards. Little
Yeah.
foot ass niggas from the land before time. Looking ass.
Not even are they related? I don't think so.
But I just feel like God was just overdoing it. Like, make a horse and stretch the hell out his neck. Like, why? For fucking what? It ain't nothing but a long neck horse with stilts with fucking high heels on. That's all it is.
Dinos, right? Just like
Dino
dinos.
nuggies. Dino nuggies.
Giraffe nuggies. You'd probably eat the shit out of some giraffe nuggies so you could eat the neck off them.
No. They have to be dino nuggies. Have
Yeah,
to be.
you do love your dino nuggies.
All right.
There's definitely VA particular specific things that he has to have.
I am very particular about my damn nuggets. They
You're
must
particular
be
about
shaped.
simple things.
They must be shaped like dinos. It's just not the same. Yeah, fuck animal crackers. Like, I only eat the elephant. I gotta eat the elephant because they never forget. So if I don't eat them, they'll remember later and attack me.
Damn. Is that a true thing? So for going back to, I guess, your music and your journey, I know that you are not pushing to become, the next big artist or anything like that. If you were to stumble into, say, one of your songs ends up being a hit, what if you end up making a shit ton of money off it? Would you still just continue? Would you tour? Would you do anything like that? Or you just have no interest even if you do?
Probably not. I probably wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a check. That's nice.
Right. Would you just continue on like those people that would, if you hit the lottery, just continue on living how you do?
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I won the lottery or if one of my songs made me like a fucking millionaire, I'll still be playing Final Fantasy 14. I'll still be reclused in my goddamn crib, not going outside, taking care of my family, and minding my business. And I'm like, even you can ask Dice. I always tell him like, you can accept all the splits. I don't need anything.
So with that being not having the specific, a specific goal with your journey or endpoint or anything like that, how do you define success as an artist? Just getting the music out and writing it down and even making it?
Success as an artist?
Mm-hmm.
Like what I consider success as an artist?
Yeah.
What I consider success as an artist was me doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm a master of my craft. I'm always getting better, but I don't need anything on the outside to make me feel successful. I got a roof over my head, my bills are paid, my kids take care of. That's success.
I like that. For your journey that you have been on throughout, your 40 something years of living.
Not 40.
40 something.
Wow.
Years of living. Do you have what are some of the biggest lessons that, going through that some people maybe in our Discord that are newer artists, some of the biggest lessons, because you have been through, a label and everything like that. What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned from that side of the music industry?
Don't lose yourself trying to be something you don't want to be. Like a lot of people think that they have to do music a certain type of way. They have to sound like somebody else. They have, to conform. Do what make you happy. If it makes you happy, just do it. Right? If you want to make it big, you can either make it on your own terms or you can conform. It's really that simple. Fast money ain't always good money. If it was, there wouldn't be a such thing as a 360 deal.
What is a 360 deal for those people that don't know?
Ask the locks. Ask Diddy. Everybody that was signed under his ass. That had to change their name from the locks to D Block so they could make some money. That's the irony of things.
What?
That's the irony of things is if you think about 360 degrees as a revolution, the money starts with them giving it to you, and then the money goes back to them. That's your 360.
So for those types of deals, is that the ones where they're like, oh, you get the bonus
Yes, that's
at the beginning, and then you end up basically paying them back out of everything that you do for them, and then they own everything at the end anyways.
Yeah,
And
until you don't see any money back until you've paid them back in full.
And that could be $100,000.
$100,000. That $100,000, you're not going to see much.
So you'll spend that like this, and it'll take you how many years to pay that back?
Well, depending on your contract, you get $100,000. So you get $100,000, and you don't sign that contract. Now you were recorded in the studio if they're choosing that. Charge is $500 an hour to do your entire project, and you done spent like $10,000-15,000 there just to record your project.
Now and that's where they're telling you that you have to go to record, so you don't have an option to do something cheaper, which is fucked.
So now you're at $85,000. Now promotion's going to run you another $15,000.
And it's their promotion.
Now you're at $70,000.
Fuck.
Now say they want you to work with who they want you to work, and the person that they want you to work with is charging $50,000. It's just the low ball at $50,000. Now you went from 70, now you're at $20,000. But you also got to uphold your appearance and stuff like that. Photo shoots, meet greets. You got to pay for your concerts. You got to pay for your tour bus. You got to pay to travel, pay for your food. All of that's coming out your money. Now you're in the red.
Damn. Now what?
Now you got a project that you need to do well to recruit the $100,000 plus the red that you're in to pay them back. Then you get paid.
So when you're in the red, how the hell do you come up with money to get this project out? You get more in the red with them? So do all artists at some point owe with a 360?
No, it depends on your contract. Like if you have the creative freedom to continue to record where you want to have your stuff mixed and mastered, you would continue to go there. So if your homeboy mixing and mastering your shit for free and he's goddamn professional and it's quality fucking mixing and mastering that passed their testing, yeah, you paid nothing for that. So you got a whole project recorded that would have cost you $15,000 and you paid him, just to take care of the whole goddamn project for like $1,000 or whatever. Boom, you done saved $14,000. Now you're at $99,000. Work with the promoters you want to promote. Get your own hotel rooms and stuff like that. You don't have them book your hotels and stuff like that. You don't have them do your tour bus. You don't have them feed you and stuff like that. You pay your own promoters and stuff like that. You don't owe them anything. Like in advance, borrowing money to become famous without actually understanding if you can pay that money back is fucking insane to me. You have to have back. You have to have some money. You got to have some backing. If you want to be independent, requires money. It requires money.
Being independent requires money, but it seems like being signed also takes money too, just not up front.
It's cheaper to be independent.
So if you end up not getting that hit and end up being in the red and being the negative, what the fuck happens if you can't pay them back?
It's 2024. You don't need money from them you could become famous and people will throw money at you just because your name is known. Having people know you is more valuable than somebody saying, well, I value you. I'm going to give you this money to pay me back.
I'm talking for those 360 deals that don't work out at that point. Do these artists normally get at least the exposure to have something come in?
I don't believe anybody's signing a 360 deal anymore. I
No,
think,
because
but
of how the industry is now with the independents.
yeah,
I
like
feel like the
being
independent
independent is the way to go.
industry,
Being independent is the way to go.
that's what it
That's the way to
seems
go.
like. I
If
don't
you're gonna
understand
use a
what it
name,
for.
just use it for distribution. Use it
That's
for
the thing.
distribution.
It's like, right. What else is it really for except for just getting that, that play?
Oh, just use it for distribution. Just that
Hmm.
name is enough to draw more people in.
Yeah. Would you say that being a producer, when you were with Warner, um, did that help your network grow and your name get out there and such? Did you make money with them?
I made money. I was making money before that, but so I really didn't need anything. Like it was more so I was just doing something because I had the ability to do it. It's
Yeah.
not that I lack ambition. It's just more so when I was younger, I had money already. So like even when I was poor and stuff like that, and I knew how to hustle and I knew how to get money. I knew how to eat. So I never needed somebody to give me money for me to accomplish something. If I needed to accomplish something, I went out there, made the money, and then I got it accomplished. So dealing with them was more so it just showed me the business of things. Like actually producing music for people,
Mm,
not making a beat, not being a beat maker.
yeah.
Because a beat maker and a producer are two different things. Too many people attach the name producer to themselves.
So for production, would you say that that's building around an artist's vocals more so than
Yes,
so
yes.
you're built because you're building to something else, not creating from nothing?
Yeah, so it's
If you're producing the voice, like how on a show you'd have a producer produce an actor.
yeah, so you have beat makers, they make beats and then people rap on the beats.
Hmm.
They're not entirely working with the artist at all. The artist is working with what they're given.
Yeah, I bought beats where I've never even
Yeah.
talked to the person.
As a producer takes your idea that you are explaining to them and they're building around your idea right there. You know, somebody say,
Mm.
look, I want you, this is the idea I have, and this is the lyrics I got to go with it, or blase blase, or the idea of the lyrics, and
Hmm.
so this is the cadence I'm going with, and all that. This is the feel of it, and stuff like that. You're building off of just a description.
That's hard.
Yes, it is.
Like, because that's like one of my biggest issues is like I write and before I even hear songs, I just have lyrics come to me and then I can't ever find beats that go with
And
my
that's most cases. Most artists they write these verses or stuff. Well, most people, I think the younger generation more so finds a beat and just writes to it, as opposed to having something written and then trying to find a beat to go with it.
Yeah, I think it's because I started doing poetry too. Like I always wrote without beats.
So
Poetry is lot.
most cases for me is I'll have an idea in my head, or without an idea, I search for beats that give me a feeling, and then I write off that feeling from the beat.
It triggers it. And that
Yeah.
feeling something comes out.
Yeah, when it
Do you
comes to
always
me,
have
like
to do
a
you
beat
always end
has
up
to,
switching that
huh?
beat that you wrote to, or no? Do you sometimes end up switching beats after you get that feeling?
No, I'll sometimes switch beats. It just depends because sometimes in that moment it worked, and then I find something that works better in another moment.
Yeah. Sometimes I hate it when that happens though. Like, damn, that
My,
would sound
it's, I'm
so
like,
better.
it is what it is. It's like sometimes the
Yeah.
feel is better when you find something else.
Hmm.
And that's just how it is. I'm like, it's the process of making sure it works the way you want it to work.
Yeah.
I got beats that I paid for songs that I wanted to do that I done switched the beat for several times, and now I don't even want the beats that I paid for. Do I consider it wasted money? Nah, because I can always just write something to it. But for the
But
idea, the original intent of the idea, it no longer works for me. So I move on.
yeah, I bought 2 exclusive beats when I first started. Probably never use them. Yeah. I'm like, now I can't think of nothing to them. And then all the ones that I've never bought, like didn't pay for, are the ones that I write to. Unless someone builds it around, actually produces the song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you find are like common challenges when it comes to like, finding the right beat, or if you do, obviously you're not going to make beats anymore. Um, have you ever broke down into making a beat if you couldn't like find one that fit right?
No,
No, no
it's
challenges with that.
there's too many beats out here. There's way too many.
There's a lot of fucking beats. How do you even find fucking beat?
I literally I don't scour YouTube for beats. I'm on
Yeah.
BeatStars like several times a day, just scrolling through, listening to things.
Is it just the recommended shit, or do you like search for specific stuff?
I do both.
I like hearing the different shit. There's some real different stuff on BeatStars.
Yeah, I literally just be and it'll be playing. I'm like, I like this. But if I play something and I immediately just start rapping or start writing in my head, I need it. Or I'll just
Yeah.
put it in a playlist.
Hmm.
So if I put it in the playlist and I come back and I still feel the same way, yeah, I buy it.
Nice. Yeah, BeatStars was definitely something I didn't know about at first, but I was also using BandLab
I've
for.
never BandLab. I don't even know what the hell that is.
It's an online like free DAW. I started music in 2022. So definitely was different. You're like Jesus. I started writing, when I was very young, but actually doing singing and stuff, I started music 2022.
I think the first software I recorded on was Adobe Audition.
That's what I learned in radio. That's when I literally started music, I'm like, where the fuck is Adobe Audition? I know how to use Adobe Audition. That's how I mixed all my commercials. That's how I mixed all my DJ shows. I'm like, and it does not exist, I don't think. I think it's called something else now, or it's like seven things in one. I'm just like, damn. But that was also 2012.
Yeah, I haven't seen Adobe Audition in years.
Yeah. That's what I learned on. Wild.
That was our
Crazy.
go-to thing on rapbattles.com. A lot of people was recording on Adobe Audition.
That's what we did radio shows on.
That was my shit.
I love making commercials. It's easy. It was easy, right?
Yeah, I understood
When I actually did Ableton, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, a lot of people keep telling me to try Ableton and something else.
Ableton got the free 90-day trial. And they got the Sweet 12, and the new release is coming out with like a built-in like tuner or auto tune thing. I don't know how to use it.
I record on FL Studios. That's what I record on. I got Pro Tools. I got Reaper. I record on FL Studios.
Reaper is one that I just recently heard of too. I never really heard of that one before. Reaper and Reason.
I was using Reaper for a while, like 2 years ago, I believe, and I like it.
What do you think is the best DAW that you've used for a beginner?
FL Studio.
FL Studio's easy.
Yeah,
wait, what does Dice use? Dice uses Pro Tools, right?
Uses Pro Tools.
Okay, I'm like, whatever he had was confusing as shit. Me and Jacob were like, because we're
every time I open that shit, I just look at it and I just close out the motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, it's like, I don't know.
I can record in there, but like it's just so much happening. I'm like,
the things don't make sense. Like,
Okay,
this doesn't make sense. Why is this? That
they
was
supposed to
why.
be showing me how they work the motherfucker, but
I think that was so overwhelming that it like literally made us both shut down for like a day. That shit was crazy. I've watched people use FL Studio on YouTube's, but I've never actually used it.
simple.
The DJ I worked with in Germany uses it.
The
For the
routing is
business
simple.
side,
Everything is simple.
never touch on the business side. I know that you, like I said, you don't push or anything like that for your music. Um, for like your merch and stuff like that, any type of advice on how to approach that side, like actually selling, things other than your music for any artists? Like, have you, I guess being through the industry, being, part of, a label and stuff with having a business side, any marketing or anything like that. Have you ever had to do anything like that?
No, I had a manager.
So your advice, is it good to have a manager? Should everyone have a manager?
Um,
I mean, can you trust your manager? Look what happened to Selena.
that wasn't her manager.
It wasn't her manager at first?
No, I'm like, kind
I
of,
could have
but not
sworn it was her
really.
manager.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't really think about too much of that side of things.
No.
I'm not looking for anybody to purchase anything with my logo or, you know, and stuff like that.
I guess you could go back to getting yourself an entertainment lawyer, right? Could you have an entertainment lawyer instead of a manager?
You would still need both.
Ah,
Or you don't need either one of them. It's nice to have. Dice is my manager because I'm lazy. And then he tells me to do things, so I do it. Because if I tell me to do things, I'm not going to do it.
so people should have managers.
No, I wouldn't say they should. It works for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
it works for me. Is that's my organization person.
Yeah. For like promoting yourself, your albums, anything like that,
I don't do that.
social media.
I don't do that.
You're like, I don't do
Have you
nothing.
not seen my
I
Facebook
see your
music
social
page?
media posts. I see them. I see
My
them.
personal page, I'm just doing random shit, talking
Listen,
shit.
you have like 35 pages, man.
Well, yeah, because
I swear
Facebook
to
keep blocking me.
God. You got, you got like every name variation. And I'm like, I don't know if he just has people that are like spam fake accounts or if he's
Oh
making like
no!
accounts. He
When I
forgets
get
his
mad, I
passwords
create a
like
new
me
Facebook. Whenever I
when
get
he's
mad, I
in.
just create a new Facebook,
Hmm.
and then I go back to do whatever the fuck I was just bad for, and then I get bad again.
I'm
I
like,
think it
I
was like
never
a
know
couple
what
of years ago. I was bad for like 7, 8 months
I'm
straight.
like, which one of these do I tag? Because I'm not sure.
Oh, well, so
But so
listen,
for marketing, promotion, stuff like that, basically, if you don't have the ambition to do it yourself, hire somebody to do it for you or to help motivate you to get it done.
yeah, yeah.
Basically, an accountability buddy.
I feel like me putting money into something like that would do me no good.
Mm,
Yeah, it's cool if people support, and I do have quite a bit of fans and stuff like that. But my fan base wants to hear me stop procrastinating and do some fucking music. Then I look for a shirt or a hoodie or anything with my logo. I'm like,
mm.
I got people that drew me just as gifts.
It's wild.
You know, so it's me. I'm not. I think that's more for people that want to be seen. I don't want to be seen.
Mm,
I'm okay with just existing in my own little world and being able to disappear when I want.
mm. Have you done? I know that you have done music video.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything specific that when you decide on what song to do a music video for?
No, not really. I feel I'm like, damn, this song will make a cool video.
Yeah.
Then I do it. But
You
it's
normally
never
have,
anything. It's never anything that I put any full thought into.
well, you have an idea for one, and then you're like, all right, yeah, this would be cool, and then you just go
But
with it. That's cool.
most of my videos are spur of the moment things.
Yeah,
Be out and about. Hey, we should shoot a video here. I got a free verse. Let's do that.
it's wild.
Yeah, my
Do
pound
you
cake
hire a
video was literally
company?
just sitting in my crib. And
Yeah.
then the recluse video was in my crib down here in Georgia when I was in Cartersville.
Hmm.
Now my sit back and relax video, I rented an Airbnb and did it there.
Yeah, that's cool.
When I did it out there in Atlanta. I want to make a really cool video eventually.
You have some ideas?
Nah, not really. I'm like, I don't like going outside. It's fucking hot.
There's bugs. It's hot.
Yeah, right.
There's people out there.
Outside is expensive.
It is expensive. As soon as you leave your house, you spend $20.
Yeah.
I swear, walking out the door.
Well, just walk up like, God damn it, you
And
just
it's
here.
like $20.
Fucking,
Oh, it's just $20. $20, and then you're like, fuck, that was a lot
yeah,
of
the
$20.
moment you walk outside, you start getting Apple Pay notifications and shit.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the
Like, how
fuck
did
is
this
this
happen?
for?
For your for the people as well, because we're gonna round out here a little bit more into your connection with Lamb and Nestle. How did you meet them? They are prominent, in WCR too, and obviously, I know that you guys know each other, outside of just online, more so than all the guys and stuff with rap battles and such.
Me and Lamb went to school together.
Which is crazy that you guys both have like such talent and shit.
Well, we went to school together. Um, knew Ness from forum sites back in the day, and we've been friends on Facebook for a long time. And then he found my free verse video and tagged me and said, "This look like you," and I was like, "It should, because that is me." And then he was like, "I've been looking for you for a long ass time," and I was like, "Damn, that's crazy," because we've been on Facebook, Facebook for a while. So
That's wild.
yeah.
And then I know that you met Ness obviously way before any of the other guys and stuff. Like you guys did the video and stuff together. At least a little bit before. Definitely before Texas. I know that you guys were some of them.
Oh well, yeah, definitely before Texas.
Yeah. Definitely before any of the other guys really in person.
Yeah, I was already. Me and Ness was already cool for several years before Texas.
Right. Because that's how he did the song with Loose. What is that? Long way. Freaking A. Long way gone.
I ain't know nothing about that. Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that.
Damn. That's wild.
I ain't know nothing about that. I know I kept telling him to get on Discord, but yeah, I didn't know anything about that song until like way after. I didn't know anything about it.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it is, but that's also from me not being like completely active on the Discord because
I'm not either. I am where I need to be.
no,
I try.
I'm there when I'm needed.
Yeah, I try my best. I mean, we all get busy. It's life. It's a lot too.
I'm heavily engrossed in Final Fantasy right now, so that's my life right now.
Well, I'm glad that you took your time out to interview. Hang out, chat, oh shit.
As soon as it's done, I'm going back on Final Fantasy.
Well, we are almost done. I do want to go over the artist toolkit that I do for any new artists coming into WCR, any advice. I normally take 5 pieces of advice, either from the interview, if you can't think of anything from throughout that you've said, or if you have, 5 things that artists can carry with them on their musical journey. So far, basically, one of the main ones that I've had that stuck out most have been kind of don't lose yourself in it. That's kind of one that I put down for you. If you have any that we could add, or I can go through too.
Yeah, if you want to impress your friends, put me on your song. I'm kind of like that.
All right. Any other ones? Any other pieces of advice for new artists to help them on their journey? Anything that,
Stop
you
being
could
a
offer?
junkie.
Stop being a what?
A junkie.
Okay.
Crackheads. Boys, crackheads. I mean, I'm like, what's the best advice I can give to somebody, especially starting off new?
Yeah.
You don't have to start off great. You literally don't have to start off great. You can work towards that. But I think a lot of the younger people put too much pressure on themselves to start off great that they miss the fundamentals in general. You don't have to sound like somebody else. Find yourself. Create your own sound. I understand it's cool to have idols and people that you adore, but you're not them. And why would you want to be them? Why would you want to sound like them? Because then you don't have no identity of your own. Find your identity. You'll always be compared to somebody, but find you first. You can work out everything else later.
That's good.
It's like it's people that look to be perfect. I don't believe in perfection. Once you're perfect at something, you'll never improve and times change. So you become dated. They say perfection is the goal of those who no longer wish to learn. That is a fact.
I like that. I'm a perfectionist. I think I needed to hear that, honestly.
But it's
That's
true.
why I have one song out underneath my own name.
That's why I say perfection is the goal of those who no longer wish to learn. Like people who look to be perfect are not looking to improve. They're looking to stop the hard work. If you're perfect at something, it takes you no effort. It's like you don't improve for anything.
Without
Like
growth, you die. Yeah, what's the point?
that's the whole purpose of being a jack of all trades, but a master of none. It's a double-edged sword to be good at a lot of things and you haven't mastered anything, and there's a downside to that, but it's just like it's a downside to mastering one thing and not being good at many other things. So you gotta. That's where improvement comes in. You need both.
Facts. That's some damn good advice. Some damn good words. That's per usual, mostly.
Also wear LRG.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. I appreciate you coming. I hope that it was fun. I know that it was a lot of questions and talking and about random shit. I bounce around a lot, but it's
That's
okay.
fine.
It was a good time. I appreciate you coming. If anybody else had any other questions, I don't know if anybody's left. I think people are. I don't have the show up on the side. Too much to do at once.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna sign off, y'all.
Yeah.
Last word, BA.
Baby.
Perfect. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming and watching the Nikey Joe Show and listening to VA and diving a little bit more into his world. I will see you guys next week with to be announced interview.
Y'all be smooth like y'all be smooth. Y'all
Jay says back to Final Fantasy. Yeehaw.
Final Fantasy.
He already knows. All right. Love you guys. Have a good night.